Hi, y'all. You're listening to the Chicken Fried Women podcast with me, your host, Melissa Radke, the original recipe. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Chicken Fried Women, friendship, kinship, and the stories that made us this way. It's where the mouth meets the South, really, is what this is. And it's just stories that have been through our family, ran like a virus, like a stomach bug through my family for years. And any guest that I have, their stories that make up their family, that make up their life. I want to introduce my lovely guest today. This is Meredith. You've seen her on an episode before, like a sister to me, my cousin, one of the OG Chicken Fried Women that I wrote that book there about. Meredith and I have lived through lots of stuff together. I would like to say this as we get started today, Mer.
Okay.
After the first episode that you did with me, she looked at me and said, ugh, who would listen to this?
And I said, a reflection of you.
I said, Meredith, you don't understand. People would like to listen to this. She goes, oh, I'll tell you this right now. I'd be bored out of my head listening to that.
And that is me.
Sorry, it's not true crime. Sorry, there's no murders happening on here. We were talking about the differences in you and I, on our last one, but I wanted to talk about, do you remember when you were getting married, I threw you a lingerie shower?
Yes.
We played an adult game at the lingerie shower. It was, Meredith. Loaded questions.
Oh, yeah.
Loaded questions. Shout out to, them. But the adult version. And this is like a great story. So we're sitting around the table because I wanted to throw a lingerie shower for Mare, but I know she's private enough that she would not have wanted to have like girls from the neighborhood, girls from her work, girls from church. She would not have wanted that at all. So really, it was just the girls in the family. It was just the Chicken Fried Women that were there. We pull out this game and we're playing it, and it's loaded questions, the adult version. And the questions can get really dirty. And I thought our mothers were going to clutch their pearls and tell us it was terrible, but they just played right along. Well, we also had our 82-year-old grandmother there. Granny was there. And the question came up, if you were going to be a porn star, what would your name be? And we were really thinking of, do you remember what yours was?
I honestly can't remember.
We did the whole, like, what was the street you grew up on and the name of your pet. And mine is, the name of my first pet was Bridget. And the name of my street is it's named after a man. Okay. So the name of our road is
Ben Dunn Road.
Ben Dunn.
Bridget Ben Dunn.
Bridget Ben Dunn is my porn name. And I have to tell y'all, that's fabulous.
That's foul.
Okay. You were coming up with names like legit ones.
Yeah.
Like Jade.
Jasmine.
Jade Brazilian.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Granny, do you remember what hers was?
I think
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
We just read it, and it was Elizabeth. No last name.
Like, the question is not, were you in an Austen novel?
It was just Elizabeth. And I said, you don't even want to make it like Lizzie for sure? That's kind of sexy. And she said, I don't want to be anything but Elizabeth. I always thought that was a beautiful name. And that's when I realized I don't think my granny knows what porn is.
Yeah.
And the world was right again. Did you have fun at that?
I had a blast. And I think it needs to be said that Melissa knew it was going to be an uncomfortable night for me. And so to make it just a family event, she made homemade fried chicken and mashed potatoes from scratch. And that's what we ate at my lingerie shower. I was going to be prepared for that lingerie.
Which should tell everyone what we look like in lingerie. If we most women would go to a lingerie shower and have cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches.
Or fruit trays. There were no
There was no
trays,
fruit.
no fruit, no cucumber sandwich.
There might have been
was
some green beans cooked for hours in bacon fat. But there was
and wedding punch. There's always wedding punch.
always wedding punch.
The girls in our family, we love us some wedding punch. And you don't have to have a wedding to have wedding punch. Not even for a lingerie. Like it could be a Tuesday night.
It should be.
Or swim gym.
Yeah.
We're going to have wedding punch.
We're going to have wedding punch whenever. That is hysterical. That tells you what we look like in lingerie, that we had fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and cream gravy.
Yes.
Because I know how you love my gravy.
I do. She makes some good fried chicken.
Did you get anything sultry? You know, they have like you can have a lingerie shower where they have the boobs cut out.
Oh, somebody got me edible underwear.
Ew!
Which grossed me out.
Did you use those?
Oh my gosh, no.
I know, but your husband is always hungry.
Oh, stop it.
He is.
That just went, no.
I've always wondered about edible underwear. I've just wondered what would happen there.
Well, I seriously doubt they would fit me if we just had a pound of mashed potatoes and gravy. I think it was more the concept.
Okay, speaking of boobs cut out.
Oh, there was also a question in the loaded questions that if you had to take a name of a current movie, children's movie or something, take a name of a current movie and turn it into a porno, what would the name be?
Ooh, I can think of one right now.
How to Train Your Dragon. And I thought it was pretty clever.
Do you remember what I said?
No.
Up.
That's awesome.
Up. Okay. You are a little bit timid, especially about your body. Unfortunately, that didn't stop your body from coming out when we went to Hawaii.
It didn't. Family vacations are a thing. Melissa's dad surprised us with a trip to Hawaii. Like, we had no clue we were even going until the night before we left.
The night before, we had no clue. We thought we were going to Florida.
Yeah, we were so excited. We went to Hawaii. We got to do a snorkeling trip while we were there. But our whole family didn't go. It was just the people that were like active people. So me and Melissa went. Yeah. But it was me and Melissa and David and my brother and everybody, my brother's girlfriend at the time.
With his wife now.
Yeah, his wife now. So David and Melissa were paired up, and then Brandon and Kylie were paired up to do the snorkeling adventure. So I was left with my Uncle Gene, Melissa's dad. And which I mean,
they're
not
close.
Not a horrible thing, but I was already not paired up with a boy, my boyfriend or whatever. I didn't have one. Anyway, we get on the boat. It's so choppy.
I'm vomiting the entire time.
Melissa's vomiting. They're okay. And this is a total Melissa thing. She's like just so drama filled. And that like all the little boys, the boat boys are all surrounding her with ginger ale and like a fan. And
Meredith,
she's vomiting off the side of the boat, but she's got all the attention.
I was vomiting off the side of the boat. They're giving y'all the breakfast buffet. David Radke keeps walking back there and smacking eggs in my face and saying,
but you had all the attention.
Are you feeling big? Are you feeling big? He'd blow out a belt like this. Are you feeling very good now?
Oh my gosh, he did not. She had plenty of attention. Anyway, she's sick as a dog. We get out there. This storm is coming in, but we want to snorkel, and they tell everybody to get, and it's not just us, but they tell everybody to get off the boat.
Yeah.
So we all get off, but we're supposed to stay with our partner. And we get out there, and we're not out there, 3 minutes? Which were you still vomiting?
No, I got to swim.
Okay.
But when
it wasn't long.
It wasn't long, but it was a little longer than that.
They tell us all, they're like telling us all to come back. Well, Gene and I are out pretty far, and everybody else has come back, and they've all gotten on the boat, and they're sitting across the back of the boat, and there's stairs, and this is like a big boat.
It's a very big boat, and I will say on Meredith's behalf, that boat was going down in that water and up, down in that water, and it's rocky.
And let me set the scene. I wasn't wearing like a cute bikini and like already showing my goods, right? I was in my, Walmart's finest swim dress, I'm sure.
Meredith wears a bathing suit up to here.
Okay,
Meredith wears a bathing suit up to here.
You did too.
It is long with the dress.
Why do you keep making up songs about me?
Okay.
Do you want me here or not?
You said you wanted to set the scene, and I wanted.
Anyway, I'm in my swim dress. I'm getting back to the boat as fast as I can. Gene gets there first, and they're trying to rush us in, so he gets on and gets up. Well, right as I go to grab on to the ladder, the boat dips down into the water. I'm holding on to it for dear life. But when it comes back up on the wave, all of the water goes in my suit and pulls it down. And my boobs are out for the entire world, including my uncle and the entire boat crew. All these little guys from the boat, these cute little Hawaiian, like I thought I was going to impress any of them. My boobs were on display. And it was like where your suit is down under them and it's become a support system for them. And so it takes some time to rein them back in.
Yeah, yeah. You can't just like hold your suit out and pop them. They're going to pop back in. They're out and they are loving every minute of it.
Needless to say, the rest of the boat was vomiting on the way back.
No, that's not true. But what happened, it all happened so quickly. Well, not the putting the boobs back in. That actually took a couple of minutes.
Oh my gosh.
But it all happened so quickly. And all I remember is David, who was sitting beside me on the boat, going just like this when it happened. Oh.
And then I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
And then forever there was discussion about how white my boobs are, which is just embarrassing.
Hey, did you know that the Chicken Fried Women podcast is being brought to you by my new book, Chicken Fried Women, coming out April 22nd? I have a question for you. Have you pre-ordered it yet? Go to Amazon.com or wherever you buy books and order one for you and your bestie and your mom and your college roommate. You get what I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I'm not the only one with boob stories up in here. I remember one time when we taped yours down to rein them in.
Sometimes you have to. Back in the day, there wasn't minimizer bras.
Okay, but we took this to the extreme.
We really did. But back to you on the boat. I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay, go ahead. You can tell it. I don't care. I have no pride left, Meredith.
Came to Nashville to watch this one do her showcase for college, which a showcase is a concert.
It's like an end of the year recital, but because go to Belmont University and you're in Nashville, Tennessee, they bring in music execs. It is literally it's a showcase. It's your chance to show your talent, and they only choose 3 people to be in the showcase.
It was a big deal.
And it was one of them.
And it felt like a big deal. And she, this wasn't like a recital, like we're singing a classical piece of music. We're singing Whitney Houston's Queen of the Night from The Bodyguard. I mean, it's like serious. So she
says the word damn in it. I'm not even supposed to cuss.
And let's not talk about Papa's opinion of that night because that was a fight for a while. Anyway, she is dressed. I mean, like she's got this purple suit. This shiny purple, like I still remember.
1995.
At the time, though, she was styling. It was a plan. But she was so concerned about the ladies bouncing around while she's moving and, because she had to put on a show.
Use the phrase,
stop
moving and grooving.
Okay, make fun of me. That's why I'm
moving and grooving about me.
Your boobs. It's about your boobs.
I
bet David would say they move.
They move when I don't move.
Yeah.
They really did.
But we had to rein those puppies in. And there weren't minimizer bras. And all we had at our disposal, I'm not sure why, was a bath towel or 2.
No,
because we had a raft towels and duct tape.
Yeah.
So before she put on the purple suit, we wrapped in her room, in her bedroom in Nashville. She's holding the towels wrapped around her, and I'm just running around her with duct tape.
She made us run in a circle.
It's that sound of the duct tape all the way around her body. And I swear, I think we used the whole roll.
And I would say, press harder, Meredith. Press harder. Tighten it down. And Meredith would just run in a circle. And finally, Meredith stops running in a circle. And she goes, it would be easier if you would just spin.
And David and all the people are outside the door like, what in the world are they doing in there? We taped those things down. She wasn't going nowhere. Also, she couldn't sit. So getting in the car.
What about this?
I think she just fell.
I also couldn't breathe.
Fell in.
And forgot that I had to sing and use my vocal power. and I could not breathe.
But she could get that jacket buttoned.
But I could. Y'all, it looked like, I'm not kidding.
She looked like $1 million. She rocked.
Amazing.
She rocked that night.
Now, a lot of things happened once we got to the showcase. I began to sing with the lights and the steam. Eventually, the tape did let loose, and I melted most of it off.
I'm coming out.
Literally. And I want the world to know. There are a lot of boob stories in our family. And I'm starting to think that it's maybe just us. I don't know. Those other families have a lot of boob stories, but I'm going to remind you
they share them
of one of my mother's favorite quotes ever.
Okay.
My mom was a young woman. She was probably early 40s, and she was babysitting Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
And Meredith was on her bed. Meredith was probably 3 years old. She was babysitting Meredith. And my mom was changing clothes, and she was getting into her pajamas for the night. And Meredith was just kind of toddling around on the bed. And Meredith picked up my mom's bra. And she said, "What is this?" And my mom said, "Well, baby, that's my bra." She said, "No, this is a suit." Because it was that big. It was that big.
Oh, goodness.
And so bras and boobs. And in my first bra fitting, I had to go.
We all went.
Y'all all went to watch me get groped by an elderly woman who was a friend of my granny's and could apparently put her hands on your breasts and tell you exactly what size you needed.
I think that's called something different now when a woman puts their
Yeah, I think so. And she owned a bra shop here in town. And I went for my first bra fitting with her, and y'all all went and died laughing the entire time while I was being groped.
It was an event.
The dressing rooms were just shower curtains that they had hung up. And she yelled across the entire store, "Oh my God, her tits are huge. Pauline, bring me one of them Playtex Double Ds.
We're going to need a bigger boot.
We're going to need a bigger boat." That's from Charles Meredith. That hurts my feeling.
Well, it's reminiscent of that moment.
If the bra fits. I don't know if every family is that way, but that is our story.
It is our story.
Boobs, boobs, and more boobs.
And we're sticking to it.
I love you. Thank you for being here.
I love you.
Will you do it again? God knows you got more stuff.
Oh, I got a whole list.
She'll be back. Thanks so much for listening to Chicken Fried Women. Thanks so much for being here today, where we get to talk about our friendships and our kinships and the stories that made us this way. Till next time.